So,
Power Rangers. We've been watching.
I'm a big Power Rangers fan.
I respect the franchise. I watched the first season when it first came out. I it's a little harder for me because I've always been a fan of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and back then
You didn't like both. You didn't.
Yeah, that's the same thing though. It's like back then you couldn't like both. So
Really?
I always stayed loyal to Ninja Turtles. So I didn't really know much about the later seasons, but I did respect the first season. I thought the first season was fine.
And so now that we're binging on Linkaros, you're actually finding out there's more to this than I thought.
It managed to stay around. It managed to stay around, and I must give it credit for its longevity. But the Lionsgate is planning on making a brand new Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie that's supposed to be coming out, I think, sometime next year.
Maybe.
Hopefully. Well, hopefully. Well, there was a short film, a high-budget short film that was made called Power/Rangers. And this is like an 11-minute short, but it takes Power Rangers and tries to make it like dark and gritty. And there's cursing, there's violence, there's drugs, there's violence, there's nudity and sex, and it stars James Vanderbeek. I guess he was playing Rocky, I guess?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I forget the woman's name. She played...
Rocky was the Rocky was the replacement Red Ranger in season 2.
Right. And they had another well-known actress who was in Battlestar Galactica. I'm trying to find her name, but yeah, she played Kimberly. No spoilers, but Kimberly. But it's been well received for how well it was made. And
I'll give you that.
Hang on. Yeah. Katie Sackhoff. Yeah, who played Kimberly. Mm-hmm. It was well made for what it was. It was an interesting sort of violent take on Power Rangers, and I guess it was something that a lot of older fans been wanting to see. Kind of a dark, gritty. Not all, but
I know.
I'll let you go in a minute. But I wanted to see it. I would say it was fascinating. However, it's been taken down by Saban Entertainment, and for the darkness, it's been basically giving a copyright. The producer of the film is fighting back. He says that it was a infringement on freedom of expression. I don't know how long he's going to get on that, but
I don't know how far you're going to get.
You can tell he's a fan of Power Rangers. I get it, and I can tell a lot of hard work and a lot of effort was put into it. And however, that being said, I can kind of understand why Saban took that action and took it down. We watched a Facebook post from the original Green Ranger,
Jason David Frank,
and he also had his issues with this short film. Like I said, he respects it, but
yeah, honestly, my opinion is the exact same as his.
He says he was approached by them, but he didn't want to do it because he had a problem with the darkness and the cussing and also he's coming from the point he's like in his 40s now and he's a father, and he says, when you're a father and you have a little kid, that kind of changes your outlook on things. Can I sit down and watch this with my kid?
No,
he couldn't. And the thing is that at the end of the day, Power Rangers is for kids. It's a kids show, even though a lot of them have a lot of older fans. But when you're doing something like this, it's not something you really want to expose them to. I'll let you go now. Yeah, because you're now more in the Power Rangers.
Yeah, consider the My Little Pony Friendship is Magic thing, right, where even though there's a lot of adult fans that love the hell out of this show, you got to remember it's still a kid's brand, so we can't go all out despite you adult fans wanting to see more serious approaches.
Right.
Because the fandom for you guys is taken off.
Right.
You got to bear in mind, we're still making a kids show.
Right.
But
so, before I start, let me ask you this, and then I'll let you go. What did you think of the short film?
Again, I thought it was well made, but I felt a real disconnect for what it meant to be a Power Ranger.
You didn't really like it, huh?
No, I didn't like it because I was just like, okay. First of all, spoilers. So if you haven't seen it, good luck. But yeah, just assume that we're going to spoil everything about this. I didn't like that they killed off all of the original Power Rangers, rather anticlimactically. Where now apparently in some, first of all, I thought it was really hilarious. Like I kind of like in the first 10 seconds I started laughing because I'm seeing the Black I'm seeing the Black Ranger with this huge off gun shooting bullets
in the costumes, but they're shooting off semi-automatic weapons. Like, okay. I know some of the Rangers later on had guns and stuff, but they were like laser beams.
Well,
these are like straight up Call of Duty shit going on.
For me it got funnier. Because I was like, I saw all of the other Rangers, they had like blasters and stuff, but I imagine the Black Ranger's the only one with an automatic. It's a little racist. Like how all the people in the white suits get like blasters, but the only Black Ranger's got like a 9mm. like a gat.
Oh, dude.
Like, so yeah, like seeing the Power Rangers with semi-automatic weaponry is just really funny, and it's like it would be like if all of a sudden Lord Voldemort pulled out a gat. It's like, screw this magic shit. I want Potter dead. The boy who lived, come to die. It's like, get her done.
Yeah.
The ends justify the means. Do it, man.
Right, but then you get into some more darker territory.
Now, one thing I did really like, and again, you see it for like 2 seconds, was you see the giant Pacific Rim, like, Megazords.
Those were good. The Megazords. Those were good.
Yeah, you see, like, the real big Megazords doing their fighting. That was cool. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so bear in mind, none of the original actors, thank God, reprised their roles for this. Unfortunately, Trini passed away a long time ago in a car accident. So yeah, our original...
The Asian girl.
Yeah, our original Yellow Ranger died years ago. Tragic. Yeah. So yeah, nobody comes back to reprise their roles. I don't think they would. And so apparently Rocky, whom a lot of you remember as the replacement Red Ranger after Jason and a couple others left to go to the Peace Corps, Rocky with Johnny Young Bosch and some female
the black girl.
Female black woman came in to replace them because Trini, Zach, and Jason went to go to the Peace Corps. So in this short, Rocky is a traitor, and he has joined with the Machine Empire, who came in after Rita and Lord Zed because we needed new villains and we needed to sell more toys.
Right.
So the Machine Empire apparently has won.
That's the basic premise of it.
Yeah, they have won. They've taken over. The machines are basically owning everything, and Rocky defected to them, and you can tell by the robotic leg that he's sporting.
Yeah.
The Power Rangers have grown up and have been disbanded. Apparently, Zack, the Black Ranger, had turned evil and defected and is now doing secret missions like in North Korea. Like, he's snorting cocaine. He's sleeping with women. Lord have mercy, man. This is not my Power Rangers.
Right.
Because, like, the thing about... this is what was wrong. The point of the Power Rangers was that they were not chosen because they were kids, which is what this short was specifying, that we were kids when we were chosen. That's not why they were chosen. They were chosen because they were pure souls who could do no wrong. That's how the power coins were distributed among them. They had to find teenagers with attitude, but they had to be able to be pure. They couldn't, under any circumstance, be jeopardized to turn evil. And that's why they were chosen. Now, immediately somebody might argue, like, why? Well, Tommy was evil. Well, yeah, because he wasn't chosen by them. He was forced onto it when Rita pulled a power coin out of her own ass and turned him evil until he was turned good.
Right.
That's the whole point of the Power Rangers, is that, or at least as far as the original series go, like, they had to be pure souls to be Power Rangers. They couldn't turn.
Let me ask you something. I'm sorry to veer off for a second. In the original series, the actress Rita, that was from the Japanese, right? Did they bring that actress over to America later in later seasons? Because you see her interacting with, or was that all part of Japanese footage where she's interacting with?
No, they brought her over, but they dubbed. I think they brought her over.
Okay.
But I know for a fact that they dubbed her over.
Okay.
That's not really her talking.
Okay, I was just wondering, but go ahead. Anyway, go ahead. Yes, and so, but yeah, it's just basically the whole thing where everyone just goes, everything just goes straight to hell, and what they did to Tommy, he was the one that got. I'm sorry, but he's the one that got in the car, right?
Oh, that was Jason.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Jason, yeah.
Jason, he was in the car and he got all shot up, and I'm like, oh, you killed Jason.
Oh.
Yeah, they lost me at that point. I'm like,
yeah.
I was like, you killed my ranger. Damn it.
Yeah.
So they blasted him all up in the car. Bulk and Skull were there, and like, Bulk Skull, you sold us out.
Yeah.
I was like.
Like, both Skull, they're bullies, but they weren't killers. But yeah,
they were incompetent. But
it's like, it was like a dark sort of take on it. But that's who this producer is kind of known for. That kind of sort of very intense.
And you know, if you want to be dark and you want to be gritty, to a point, that's fine. But when you drop the integrity or what the source material, like, because like if you want to be dark and gritty, all that can be around it, but the Power Rangers cannot be. That's the point. They're not. That they're pure souls. They're not gonna do that. They're not gonna turn. They're not gonna turn heel and go all villain on you. Mm-hmm. That's never happened. At least as far as I know. So, and then you got now the fight scene was really cool with Zach the Black Ranger and that Korean guy.
Yeah,
and he just. So, if not a little cheesy too, where he throws the helmet and like immediately like again, it's one of those where you roll your eyes where all of these guys have guns and it's like, all right, we're all gonna switch to lethal force.
At least some of them shot some guns off.
It's like, you all have guns. Why are you fighting? Start shooting at him. And yeah, some people did try to shoot at him, and the bullet deflected off the helmet and hit him.
It's funny that they would go this dark, gritty way, but yet they still kept the costumes looking pretty. Familiar to the previous, generations.
Well, I guess you had to have something.
Yeah, so it looks. I guess you had to identify it looking like Power Rangers, but I thought it was interesting. I didn't care for it too much. I didn't get angry about it.
No, I wasn't angry about it.
I was thinking about if this was Ninja Turtles done this.
Now, if it was
Ninja Turtles has been dark and gritty before.
Honestly, with Ninja Turtles, it'd be far more acceptable because that's what it was.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I guess I'm just kind of saying. I'm just thinking like I wouldn't care to see them shooting off automatic weapons.
Oh no, they wouldn't be.
But yeah, I guess let me rephrase that. I guess it came from.
I mean, as much as we love Master Splinter, cuddly, huggable.
Yeah.
A character is, he's raising these turtles for revenge.
Right. So I guess Ninja Turtles can, get away with that because that's where they came from.
Yeah.
But with Power Rangers, even though I understand like the Japanese show, I think it was a little more violent. I'm sure it was. But with something like this, I could see how it could turn off a lot of people. So it was an interesting short. If you can find it, it's a good watch. But I can also understand why Saban did that because they didn't want, that to mess with their new live action film. Or is this what the new live action film is going to be like? No, it's not. It's not.
I don't want it to be like that. And
Power Rangers is corny. It is cheesy, but it has a charm. To it,
honestly,
an innocent charm.
Say what you will about the Power Rangers. Would you deny it if they offered you the chance?
No.
If they offered you a role as a Power Ranger, would you deny it? Fuck no. I would be a Power Ranger in a second.
Man, even if it was like Power Ranger Reserve Unit and all it was just me hanging out all day in the back.
I would jump at the chance to be a Power Ranger.
Yeah. It's fun, it's fun. And to see it like this was interesting, but that's not what Power Rangers is about.
Yeah, so I didn't like it. I don't hate it, but I like the special effects, but it wasn't Power Rangers.